Hey guys, my name is Steve, this is Defectless, and in this video I'm going to speak about how to run a test case multiple times in SoapUI by reading data from Excel. Okay, so we have our Excel file, which is this one. We have only four data in it: Slovakia, Hungary, India, Germany. So basically each line is going to be one test case. Okay, and we have the SoapUI, we have the project here. I have one I have one test case here. I have two requests in there. I got the requests from this project, which you can have from here. You just type country info service Wisdal. You copy this address, and after that you click here, you give this URL, and you just make the project. Okay, so I have two groovy scripts, two requests, one property transfer, but I will speak about all of them. So let's start with this. I have to import the Excel reader library so that I'm able to read from Excel. After this, I just create a variable so that I don't have to write every time context.testCase if I want to set property or get property. And after that I also have to make a variable where I give the root to my Excel file. I make a counter variable so that I'm able to count every time, because in each test case I have to read the next line from Excel. I have to make a workbook variable. Here I give the path to my Excel, and then I have to get the sheet, the 0 sheet. So that is the first sheet from the Excel. Okay, so here we have an if statement. The first part is necessary. If I will show it to you, if here are no properties at all, so it is when I run the test case for the first time, there will be no property at all, and it does check if if there is no property with this name TotalRow, or it is empty, then it will set the property value counter for 0. This is really important, so that it makes this step only in the beginning of the test case, because after the first row of the Excel is read by this script, then the counter shouldn't be 0. We will increment it. So that's why I have this if statement, that after the first run it doesn't get executed. Okay, so here we have the counter variable. We get the value of this counter property, which is going to be 0, and we have another if statement here, but in this case we set the TotalRow property, so we get how many lines are in the Excel sheet. That times we have to execute the test case, and after that we we just get the cell from the Excel sheet. This 0 means that it is the first cell or first column. It will always be the first column, and we get the how to say, so the first line. In this case, in the first case, this is 0, so that's why we are going to have the first line from the Excel. We are going to get the value Slovakia, and it is going to be in this variable cell. We increment the counter so that next time we read the Hungary row, and we just close this connection. It is necessary. And after this we set the properties country. We set the country property to Slovakia, and also we set the counter property, or we can say that we modify it from 0 to 1, because this time it will be 1 because we have incremented it here. And after this we make an if statement. If counter, so if the counter is equal to the total row number, then that means that there is no more data in the Excel, so we shouldn't run the test case again. But if the counter is not equal to the total row, then we make this isEnd to false, and we will see why in the second groovy script, which is at the end of the test case. I'm going to jump there. So we again make a variable test case, but I will just make this lowercase because it is a variable and we have to begin the variable names with lowercase. Okay, and here we just check that whether the isEnd is true or false. If it is false, then we run again the first groovy script, but if it's true, as I've said, if this test case shouldn't run again, then it will be true, and we just make the properties like empty or 0 or false. So here we have our first request. Here we are referring to the property because, as I've said, we are making the country property. Here we put the name Slovakia in there, and this is necessary, this test case, because it is going to be a property in the test case, like here. And here we have a property transfer. Here we are only making that we are getting this DE and we are putting it like here. So I'm just making this this second request so that you can see that if we refer from this groovy script to the first groovy script of the test case to this, then after this runs, after this every sequential test steps run also. So okay, what about running the test case? So I will click this button and we are happy. We just check. Okay, SK, we have Bratislava, and the last one is Germany. So DE, and we have Berlin. So everything ran correctly. We check the properties. Now it is filled. As you can see, it is filled. So we can check that everything here is equals to these values, and if we run the whole test case again, then it will run again successfully. I will show you, and that's because here we prepare for this case, and here also, and here also. So that's why we have this if statement, and also here we have this if statement, so that the test runs when we don't have any properties, and the test runs also when we have some properties. So I think that's all. If you have any questions, please put it into the comment section and I will try to answer them. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the sub button if you want to be notified when I upload more videos. Okay, so thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.